We've been operating on this property for 4 years. When we came to this property, there's quite a few bare areas on it, wind erosions, and we've just been levelling it off gradually and getting it covered. With continuous cropping, the rotation here is barley, lupins, mainly just trying to get nutrition back into the soil. And it's all sown with knife points and spray. The main emphasis was to get it covered, stop the wind erosion, re-sow any areas that blow out throughout the season to get it covered. And now, as you can see, we're just sort of getting fine-tuning it and trying to level it to make it more workable for our machinery. It's a little bit risky. We're going back to day one now, because we're levelling it off. But as we've got it covered, but it's not real workable. So we're trying to get it workable. Well, the idea of the scraper is to get the bulk of the knobs down into the hollows, and then we'll come back and fine-tune it with a land plane. And smudge it off there afterwards, and then probably also bring a bit of topsoil around as well, which will have the microbial activity in it. So any bare, deep areas which have lost their living organisms, we'll replace it with a bit of topsoil.
What do you find the hardest thing about trying to get on top of wind erosion in this country?
Having a no wind.
Having no wind to be good, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get an early break while the soil's still warm, so you can get some growth and get some cover before the windy spring comes through. So that's the whole emphasis, is to get it covered before the windy spring. And
that's essentially what you're doing here, is trying to get it covered as close as possible to seeding.
Yes.
You're doing this work and then getting it covered.
Well, the continuous cropping, we've always got good cover, but we just needed to make it smoother to make it more manageable.
When you're in this risky country, it's really important that it doesn't get away, or if an area starts to get away, then you've got to stop it. So what are you doing about that sort of stuff?
Well, you monitor it as soon as you've got it up and it's up. If you find bare patches, like I've even taken out, where there's just the size of a ute that's gone bare, like it's been swept, I've gone and re-sowed it by hand with a rake and a bucket. It's just, you keep at it, got to keep it, because once it's blowing, you've got all of summer and it's open to the environment then. So the whole idea is get it covered, get it growing, and hopefully it's there for the following year.
Yeah, so just keeping on top of it. And this side here, I mean, it's a risk what you're doing, but at least you're doing this close to seeding time. Will you sow this? What will you sow this with?
This will be sown with barley, with a high rate of barley and fertiliser, and we'll also treat the seed with a nutritional microbial activity to introduce microbes back into the soil, because we've moved the soil around. And we'll monitor it. If it blows out, we'll re-sow it, and if it blows out, we'll re-sow it again. And
I know in other places you've actually cross-sown. You found that?
Yes.
And you've got a small combine that sometimes you do that with?
It's a little drill. It's a fruit blocker's 7-foot drill. Don't get excited.
Yeah.
But it's ideal for patching out smaller patches and getting it covered without doing too much soil disturbance. You're just opening the soil. Because it's a drill, it's a disc. So it opens the seed, drops it in, and it comes again.
So you're confident that you'll get this place back safe?
I'm not confident. But
this wouldn't be a good way to finish. I'm not confident.
We're not confident whatsoever.
So Brenton, obviously sometimes it's hard to make the right decision at the right time. There was stuff that you tried last year and still had a late break. How did that go?
Well, we did a fair bit of work with the scraper last year, pulling hills down, and we had subsoil moisture though.
Yep.
So we got it sown and we got it covered, and we patched a bit up here and there just to keep it covered, and it's come off really well.
Yep.
So last year worked really well. I hope this year works half as well as last year.
That'd be great.
Yeah.